Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. So guys, storytelling is one of the things that I love doing. So now on this channel, I will be sharing just other than sharing my normal daily routines, I will be sharing my stories of my life because I have lived in this world long enough, guys. I have stories that you can learn from or just be inspired by them through your journey. So now, guys, please consider subscribing, by the way. So consider subscribing to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you for doing that. So now, guys, one day when I was having a conversation with my dad, so I was like, by the way, don't expect too much help from me financially because so and so has bought a piece of land that we plan to build our family house on. And so I have taken up most of the responsibilities in the house. So now I will be a broke woman. And at that time, what my dad asked me, so whose name is the title deed written? And I was like, him. And he told me that was a big mistake on your part. And he was like, marriages of today, um, marriages of today are not dependable. I don't remember the exact words, but that is what he said. Marriages of today are not dependable. What you should have done was to, even if you are taking a loan, the two of you to take a loan, buy the land, and then register your two names. So that is what he said. But now at that time, of course, I was like, I know better. I went to the university. But now I realize that my dad was just looking out for me. Of course, he was a man. He knew these things. And then he was older. Of course, he knew better. So now, guys, this is what happened. By then, I wasn't, yeah, I was young, but now I can't say that I was completely naive because the guy came with a title deed already. I didn't even know he had taken a loan, but he came with a title deed and handed it over to me and said that I took a loan and I have bought this piece of land. We will build our house on. And I looked at the title deed and it only read his name. So I was like, why would you write your name only? And he's the type of person who will he will just go, like, rise up for a simple question that you can just answer. So I asked, why did you write your name only, yet you are telling me that this is our a piece of land that we will build our family home? And he was like, what do you mean? Because so if it is mine, it means it is also yours. Like, what is mine is yours. But now I told him I would have felt more comfortable, if my name was in that title deed. But anyway, so I threw a tantrum, which he didn't care, and life went on. So now, guys, what happened later on is that during this period when he was servicing the loan and we were together, this guy would be broke by 5th of every month. Yet he was he always went to work. Like, every day of his life he went to work. How was it? And he went to work with a car, so he was driving to work. So how do you think he was surviving after being broke on 5th of the month? Yet he was expected to go to work the rest of the month. I was the one who was sponsoring the trips, the to work and back home trip. I'm the one who was sponsoring. Do you know what else I was doing? I was buying food in that house. And at that time, we were so many in the house. I was me, him, our two kids, his two siblings, I guess, and one child. And I think, I don't know, was it my two siblings? Yeah, black tax, which I will also talk about later on. on this channel, so please stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. So now we were so many in the house. You know how expensive food is, guys. Food has always been expensive, but I don't know why people downplay that part. I don't know why people think that paying rent is more expensive than food. Food is actually very expensive. Like, for you to be able to feed that number of adults, breakfast, lunch, supper, it is a lot of money, guys. So my whole salary would go to that. But at the end of the day, it was like I was doing nothing, because now, you know, food, people will eat and then they will go to the toilet. So what have you done? What do you have to show that you have actually contributed anything in this house? So now that is what happened. I would, of course, he needed fuel to go to work every day, so I would take care of that. I'm telling you, he used to be broke on 5th of every month. So throughout the month, I'm the one who was taking care of that. Yet, he bought a plot and wrote his name only. Now, this is the juiciest part, guys. Later on, when we parted, I was left with nothing. Nothing to even show that I ever worked in my life. But now him and his title deed, they went. I was left with 2 children. That is when it hit me that his things are not actually our things, or are not actually, what is his is not mine. So now what am I saying? So at least him, he had the plot, the piece of land. Me, I was left with nothing from this marriage other than 2 children. So what I'm saying is that, guys, as women, our contribution in marriage is always invisible. It is unquantifiable. I hear nowadays, when you go to court, I don't know, after divorce or something, you have to show proof that you contributed financially. I don't know. Those who have read the constitution, of the people who know how this works, maybe comment down below and let me know, guys. How does it work? So how am I going to prove that I bought food? How am I going to prove that I gave him fare? How am I going to prove that when he bought land and he was servicing the loan, that I'm the one who took care of every other thing in that house? So you find that most of the time, men always take up the difficult tasks. By difficult task, by lack of a better word, but by difficult task, I mean they will buy land. They'll be given a title deed. This title deed, of course, will contain his name in most cases. They will buy one land, be given a title deed. They will They will tell you that they are buying a family car, which again he will write in his name. And then mostly when I hear stories of women, I hear that my husband takes care of major bills. By major bills, he's paying rent where he's given a receipt. By major bills, he's taking care of, building a house for the family. He's taking care of buying a family car. But now the woman, mostly you will hear them say, "Oh, me, I take care. I pay the house girl," which again is not quantifiable. I pay the house girl. I also buy food. I buy food. Mostly I buy food, and I pay the house girl. So that is what most women do. And then other than that, of course, women, we do a lot of nurturing, especially in Africa. It is just very few men, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not. I know I'm not. Very few men are hands-on when it comes to raising children. So you find that the woman, even though right now the girl child has been empowered, and they go to school, they go to work and make their own money, you are still expected to still come back and take care of things in the house. Of course, you will carry pregnancy, you'll have a hard time, of course, carrying a pregnancy and then giving birth, and then now those sleepless nights, guys, most men do not help. So you'll find yourself alone in this in that scenario. So now I'm just wondering again, how will they quantify that at that particular time I was actually doing the most, because I had to breastfeed at night. I had to sit with the baby at night while the other person had their beautiful sleep, and then we would wake up in the morning to go to work, both of us, and contribute financially. Guys who are women who are married, who are in marriage, or who plan to enter into marriage, I don't know how you're protecting yourself so that you don't find yourself on the streets with nothing but the children, you know. So now it was at that time when I realized that my dad was right. I would have taken a loan. He would have taken a loan, and then we buy the land together, and then we write both our name, so that just in case I am not left stranded on the road. Of course, I was able. I am learned. I had gone to the university just the same way he had gone to the university, and I was working the same way he was working. I was able to take a loan from my workplace, the same way he took a loan from his workplace. But now he convinced me that while he serviced the loan that was used to buy our piece of land that we will build our home, I should be taking care of these small things, small things that cannot be seen, that cannot be quantified. So guys, that was my lesson. I don't know what is yours. Have you ever been in this situation? What happened and how did you come out of it? Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and see you in the next video. Bye.